Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with some more Hakuoki. We're about to start within the game itself, Chapter 2, Section 30. Something like that. I don't know what like actual video part we're on, but just gonna put that there so you guys know like relatively where we are within the actual game. Anyway, let's get going and find out what's happening in this subchapter. June 1865. Time hasn't really passed since the last time. Yeah, we were in June. It's like later in June. The compound was alive with noise and movement. I passed several soldiers in the halls, each one of them excited about something. This is unconsiderable. Never in all of my... Ito, is something wrong? We really couldn't afford to move his mouth, could we? Like everyone else. Yes, I'd say everything is wrong. Why should I be made to bear my skin in the same room as those savages? What the heck's happening? Ito's explanation was anything but. Is something going on today? Ito did his best to collect himself, shakily adjusting his hair and clothing before he spoke. I suppose a doctor Rakodo met during the shogun's visit has come here. He's conducting physical examinations. Dun dun dun. With a disdainful sniff, he glared pointedly across the hall to the area he had just left. Men were getting physical checkups, that much I knew. Given my particular situation, I had been exempted by the captains, who was also given me special instructions to stay away. That hairless monster. He demanded I remove my clothes in front of everyone. When I refused, as any decent man would do, he attempted to remove them himself, by force. And the rest of them just stood there. What sort of uncultured savages are they? They're kind of used to it. Did you never have to, like, it was like, definitely the wrong time period, but it's like, you never had to change clothes in the same room as other people? I would assume at least for training. Vaguely. Savages seemed a bit strong. At any rate, perhaps I could go see what a physical entailed. I was a doctor's daughter, after all. I don't think you want to go. What's this doctor's name? I believe he's called Ryojin Matsumoto. What? Wait, Dr. Matsumoto. When I had first come to Kyoto, my plan had been to try and find Dr. Matsumoto. My father had told me that I could rely on the man if I had ever needed anything. Unfortunately, he'd been away on business when I arrived, and after that... I'm gonna go watch the physical exams. There was no time to waste. Oh my. So you do want to see those savages. Peculiar taste. The fact you ran away screaming kind of is a bit weird too. Is this it? I could hear loud voices from inside. Oh. The scene froze me in place. What in the... What's with the looks on their faces? Oh my god. Oh wait, what's that? Oh look, he has a seppuku mark on his stomach. Harada. Yeah, Harada. Why did he slice it? Shouldn't it... Oh, whatever. Not gonna think about it too much. Anyway, the scene froze me in place. I think everyone's jealous, I think. Jelly, totally jelly. Alright, next.
おう、俺の番だな。一丁頼ます、先生。
At last, my turn. Check this out, Doctor.
どうすか剣術一筋で鍛えに鍛えたこの体
What do you think? You're looking at the amazing product of years of training.
新八さんの場合、体は頑丈だもん。見てもらうのは頭の方だよな。
Your body's fine, Shin. I think it's your head the doctor ought to be taking a look at.
ああ余計なこと言ってると締めるぞ、ヘイスケ。
What's that? You say you want me to beat the daylights out of you.
長倉新八と。よし、問題ない。次。
You're fine, Senpachi Nagakura. Move along. Next.
先生、もっとちゃんと見てくれよ。
Whoa, hold on there, Doc. You gotta take a good look at this.
いやいや、申し分ない健康体だ。
No, you're quite fine, healthy as a horse, and I've seen quite enough. Thank you.
新八、後ろが使えてるんだからさっさと終わらせろ。
You're holding up the line, Shinpachi. Get moving, all right?
そうじゃなくてよ。もっと他に見るところがあんだろ。
I'm just saying, I don't really think you've had time to fully examine.
診察は見てもらうものであって見せつけるものじゃない。さっさとどけ。
A medical examination is for finding problems, not showing off. Now move. It was difficult to see why Ito had been so desperate to escape. I couldn't imagine him as part of such a display. No. If Ito was here, he'd be like, oh my god, or he's gonna be like, I'm so I don't look as good as the rest of them.
君はもう少し胃腸に気をつけるようにな。この薬を食後に飲むように。
You need to take better care of your digestive system. Here, take this after every meal.
今ので薬が切れたか。
Looks like I'm out of medicine. I was waiting outside when Matsumoto stepped out of the room where he was conducting the examinations. Excuse me. Yes? He looked at me for a moment, his eyes narrowed in curiosity.
薬の補充も兼ねて休憩にしようか。君、ちょっと手伝ってくれるかね。
Guess we can't move his mouth either. Well, I need to fetch some more medicine, so perhaps now is a good time for a break. Can you give me a hand? Oh, yes, of course. What luck. Or so we believe, right? Dr. Matsumoto.
松本先生、雪村君。
That just got awkward. Doctor. Hello, Yukimura. Kondo appeared as I was preparing to introduce myself to the doctor. Getting in my way.
おお、早速会えたようだな。
I see you found her already. Oh, they already knew about me. I think it's just to keep me out of the room because, you know, can't have female suddenly just appear for examinations, right? That'd just be horribly awkward.
はい、おかげさまで感謝しております。
Yes, thanks to you. What? I was utterly lost. I guess he already knew about me. Dr. Matsumoto laid a gentle hand on my shoulder.
私は君に会うためにここに来たんだよ。
Chizuru, I came here to see you.
高堂さんの娘さんがここに身を寄せていると近藤さんが教えてくれたんだ。
Kondo told me that Kodo's daughter was staying with the Shinsengumi. Oh, I see.
高堂さんと松本先生が懇意にしていたことは俺も知っていたからな。
I knew Kodo and Matsumoto were acquaintances.
何か高堂さんの手がかりになればと思い、松本先生が今日に戻ってすぐに連絡を取った。
So I thought perhaps Matsumoto might be able to give us a clue as to his friend's whereabouts. I looked him up as soon as he returned to Kyoto. Dear God, you were gone for a long time. No one. Good thing I found Shinsengumi. I'd be like, never find my father or anybody again, right? Shoot. Shinsengumi had their own reasons for wanting my father found, but Dr. Matsumoto's appearance was still cause for joy. Thank you, both of you. They smiled. Dr. Matsumoto went on to explain that he had just barely missed me when he left for Edo as I came to Kyoto. So, we literally we just missed each other. That's kind of crappy. He'd received all my letters, but once he'd finally returned, he had no idea where I'd gone, and consequently couldn't come find me. Kondo mention of my presence had taken him quite a surprise.
すれ違いだったとはいえ、辛い思いをさせてしまったようだ。
I'm sorry, but I missed you. You must have had a rough time of it.
君がここにいる事情は分かっておるよ。
Is there anything...
何か不自由なことはないかね?
Well, that was longer than I thought it'd be. Is there anything you need? No, I'm doing all right. So, Dr. Matsumoto, about my father. Unfortunately, I know no more about Kodo might be than you do. I see. But defeated tone, my voice surprised me. I suppose on some level, I had believed that Dr. Matsumoto would have some sort of miraculous revelation about my father. Foolish of me, of course, but that didn't make the truth any less devastating. Kondo simply nodded.
君はここにいることで、あの薬に関わってしまったようだが。
I hear you've become involved with the treatment.
あの薬、つまりコ堂さんが新選組で行っていた研究のことについてだが。
You know what I mean, don't you? Kodo's experiments? Yes, I knew it he went. The experiments my father conducted with some strange concoction that would make people go mad. Please, tell me about it. I want to know everything my father was doing. He nodded.
コ堂さんが新選組で行っていたのは、幕府の命令による羅刹を生み出す実験だった。
Kodo was working with the Shinsengumi under orders from the shogun to create what were called Furies.
羅刹とはすなわち、鬼人のごとき力と驚異的な治癒能力を持つ人間のことだ。
Furies are humans with demonic strength and speed and phenomenal healing abilities. Creatures with heightened speed and strength and ability to heal from almost any wound. Drinking the water of life will transform a human into a Fury. One must stab a Fury through the heart to remove its head in order to truly kill it. Furies. It was the first time I had heard the word. The doctor paused for a moment to look at me, then continued.
そして、その羅刹を生み出したのは、落ち水という薬だ。
The substance that transforms normal men into these Furies is called the water of life. A substance poured from the west that turns those that take it into Furies until it was refined by Kodo Yukimura is too toxic to use. Interesting.
これは西洋ではエリクサー、中国では先端と呼ばれるものに値する。
In China, they call it sentan.
つまるところ、不老不死の霊薬みたいなものだ。
In short, it grants immortality. Furies? Water of life? It sounded more like something from a fairy tale than real life. There was something in the tone of Dr. Matsumoto's voice that said he was telling the truth. I have already heard about how it makes you strong and hard to kill. But doesn't it cause so much pain that it makes most people go crazy? And even if you survive that, then even the smell of blood can make you go crazy again. Dr. Matsumoto nodded slowly, then pinched the bridge of his nose with thumb and forefinger. He looked very tired.
そこまで知っていたのか。
So you know about that, too. Yes. They were human, but not human. Perhaps there's something entirely different now. I couldn't see how this water of life could ever be used for good. Even if it healed Sanen's arm, he'd suffer greatly in the process. Why? It came up more in a moment of question. My father would never want to ruin the life of another, but because of what he had done, people had suffered. Some had even died. Why was my father doing this? But it wasn't just my father. I was sure no one involved had wanted such a terrible outcome.
だからこそ、両親の呵責に耐えかねたコ堂さんはここを去ったんだろう。
Perhaps that is why Kodo left. His conscience would no longer allow him to continue.
しかし、あれは幕府が新選組の戦力増強のために与えてくれた知恵だ。
But the water of life was an opportunity given to us by the shogun to help strengthen the Shinsengumi. But Dr. only shook his head.
あの計画は失敗だ。行わない方がいい。幕府も見切りをつけているはずだ。
It wasn't experimented. It has failed. You should put it behind you. I'm sure the shogunate has abandoned it as well. Kondo frowned. Kondo frowned, perhaps unhappy that Dr. Matsumoto would question the shogunate's original decision.
実験体になった大使たちがどうなったか、それは近藤さんもよく知ってるだろう。
You've seen what has happened to the men that was tested on Kondo.
あの計画は人道的に決して許されるもんじゃない。
It cannot be allowed to continue. This experiment is inhumane and you know it. Kondo gave a non-committal grunt and fell silent. I was sure Kondo knew just how dangerous it was to use the water of life. The shogunate had come to him with a request. Perhaps he was unable to refuse, even if he wanted to. Silence fell like a thick blanket. I had grown almost unbearable when...
部外者に文句を言われる筋合いはありません。
An outsider has no right to object. Asanan! He was especially pale, which seemed to be one of the consequences for being active during the day. Doesn't look paler to me, but okay. It's okay for you to be up right now?
三男君、顔色が悪そうに見えるぞ。
Asanan, you look pale.
ご心配なく。
Don't worry about me. He bowed quickly, his mouth a compressed line, and turned to regard the doctor with a cool gaze.
我々は我々の裁量で例の薬を有効に活用させていただいています。
We use this treatment effectively, and at our own discretion.
しかし危険だ。あの薬は強すぎる。
It's dangerous and far too strong.
研究は続いています。そしてすでにこの私という成功例もあります。
We have continued Kodo's research. I am, as you can see, living proof, so to speak. Asanan did prove he was possible to drink the water of life and retain your sanity. It just wasn't easy.
確かにそうかもしれん。だが、成功が続くとは限らん。
Perhaps you're right, but one success hardly means you have unlocked its secrets.
いいえ、今後も研究と改良を重ねれば成功率が上がるのは明らかです。
I respectfully disagree. With continued research and modification, we will have many more successes and fewer casualties.
今までと比べて犠牲者が減ればいいという話ではない。
This isn't a matter of fewer casualties, it's a matter of casualties, period.
無駄死にするものはもうこれ以上、一人として増やすべきではなかろう。
It isn't worth the deaths of any more of your men.
彼らは我々の礎となったのです。無駄死にではありません。
Men who have given their lives are the foundation of our work. I won't allow them to have died in vain. Yeah, okay, I can see that being a worthy cause too, but it's like double-sided sword, really. Double-edged sword. Meh.
しかしだな。
But...
まあ二人とも。
Alright, that's enough from both of you.
計画の話は後日改めてということにせんか。
Why don't we discuss this some other time? At least my private opinion, they're unlikely to agree, no matter what time I discuss the subject, but I felt like it would be polite to keep that to myself. Yes, just a little.
そうですね。
Very well. Ooh. Cut him off. I'm gonna ignore that. It's probably gonna say, so that's nah. Anyway, there seems to be very little in the way of common ground between them, but I could see the merit of both their arguments. Likely Kondo had as well, and had chosen to end things before it got unpleasant.
近藤さんがそうおっしゃるなら。
If you insist, Kondo. Sanan's face betrayed nothing of what he might be thinking, even when the corner of his mouth quirked up into the beginning of a smile. He bowed once more and left as swiftly as he had arrived. Kondo cleared his throat loudly.
そういえば、健康診断はどうでしたかな？
So, how did the exams go?
ああ、それなんだがな。
Yes, about that. Dr. Mo's face looked on the look of someone about to do something exceedingly grotesque. What?
怪我人や病人を合計したら、全体士の3分の1近くになるじゃないか。
Nearly a third of your men are sick, or injured, or both. What?
なんと
Impossible.
なんとじゃないぞ、近藤さん。あんたらは今まで何をやってたんだ？
It's It's not only possible, Kondo, it is the truth. What on earth have you been doing to these poor men?
切り傷から渋り腹まで。この豚書は病の見本市だぞ。
Cuts, laceration, bowel pain? The entire place is with, well, lice, for one. Damn, what kind of... Does no one clean?
そんなことになっていたのか。
Are you serious?
まずは病室を用意して、そこに病人を運び込んでくれ。
First, you need to set aside a room dedicated to medical care. Sick men can be sent there.
それから、豚書を清潔にしてもらわんと、話にならない。
Second, you need to clean this place up. Otherwise, I won't be able to help you.
なるほど。そうであったか。
I see. Well, if the good doctor says so. Can I volunteer myself for helping? Since I have nothing else to do. And so we were ordered to clean the entire compound. The captains complied, although they certainly seemed less than enthusiastic about the idea. Well, obviously they're captains. Now it's cleaning duty. Ooh, birds. The following day, Dr. Matsumoto returned from an inspection. And I cut off the birds.
まあまあ綺麗になったじゃないか。
Well, you certainly cleaned this place up. He looked pleased, as if not, a little smug.
そりゃ死ぬ気で頑張ったからな。
It better be. We busted our asses.
でも宗司は一日休んでただろ。ずるいよな。
Yeah, except for Souji. The only thing his ass busted was a chair. Doesn't seem fair to me.
土方さんが過保護なんですよ。
Can't blame me if Hijikata is an overprotective old woman. What? What does that need involve a chair? What?
うるせえ。お
All
前が
right,
変な
just
咳するからだろうが。
Shut up. You can run around all you want as soon as you can go out in a day without coughing up a lump. If Hijikata had any actual concern for Okita's health, his face showed none of it.
しかし、やはり片付くと気分が良い。
Nonetheless, a clean home is a nice change.
まあな、見違えたもんだ。これはこれで悪くねえ。
True, the place looks different. I guess I could get used to this.
よし、これからは毎日掃除するか。
Well, maybe we should clean every day then.
おう、頼んだぜ、ヘイスケ。
Well, that would make the mess less of a mess. If you clean every day, instead of piling it up. Great idea. Make sure you do a good job, Heisuke. Oh, what?
なんで俺だけなのさ。体力自慢の新八ちゃんが怠けてどうするんだよ。
Me? Whoa, hold on a minute here. You've got the most energy, Shin. Don't think you're getting out of this. I'll help too.
お、そうかそうか。じゃあ明日から二人で頑張ろうな。
Good, good. We'll all give it a shot tomorrow, alright?
おいおい、ちょっと待て。誰もやらねえとは言ってないだろう。
Hey, wait a minute. What exactly did I tell you I was gonna help?
お、まだゴミがあるじゃねえか。ちょうどいい。捨ててこい、新八。
Sabachi, there's some trash over there. Go throw it away.
いや、だから明日からだろ。なあ、ヘイスケ。
We aren't starting till tomorrow, right, Heisuke?
片付けたそばから暴れるな。埃が立つ。
Stop running around like that. We've just cleaned and you're already kicking up dust. Well, don't make a mess and you don't have to clean it up. Meh. I was enjoying their banter so much I almost didn't notice Okita quietly stepped outside.